Do you want to support me while also getting some cool WWE swag? Well, now you can, because I am an affiliate of WWEshop.com. Just head to the link in the description of this video, click that little bad boy, and it will bring up WWE Shop. Purchase as normal, whether it's shirts, whether it's championship titles, whether it's memorabilia, anything you want on WWE Shop, as long as you use my link, because doing so will give me a commission off your purchase. Therefore, you can support me and rep the WWE's latest swag all throughout their shop. So just head to the link in the description of this video, purchase as normal, and you're also supporting me.
Down on
Yeah, I
my
had the
side.
countdown, but I thought I clicked. I don't know if I clicked test recording. Yeah,
I don't know. See
it'll
what
tell
happens.
me if it. Yeah, whatever. No, I think it's recording. Who cares?
Looks like it.
Okay.
If
If it doesn't record, then who gives a shit?
yeah, exactly. So morning pod, by the way, first
Well, it's
time,
always a morning pod for these people.
but it's a morning pod for us.
It's light outside as we're recording.
Hence, I'm in a weird shadow at the moment. This
I was
room's
gonna
an
say
odd shape.
you're looking a little dark. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
Where's your fucking professional lighting? I got mine.
It's up here, but it's not doing anything.
Oh, it's on. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's rough.
I'm just in a weird shaped room with a window in an odd spot,
Yeah,
which
right.
usually doesn't matter when it's dark when we record at night, but it's not night, so it's not dark.
Mm-hmm.
That's how light works.
Yeah. I put my shit back behind me because I don't need to have the room situated to an air conditioner anymore because it's getting colder. So I got all my
Yeah.
shit behind me again. There's Darth Vader. Oh, I can't get my finger there. There it is. It's Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Undertaker. Got a bunch of shit behind me.
I always associate Darth Vader with the Bellas Divas title.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
They go hand in hand, if you ask
Yeah.
me.
I just put all my shit there. I've got to still change it all. You know, when you just you're like, I'll do this another day. This is not the day to organize this. But, you know, I've got pops there. The stuff behind me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
As you can see, I've got
Nothing.
nothing.
Well, there's like there's a painting or a picture or something on the wall.
Mhm.
I
I painted that myself.
Mm-hmm.
I did not.
Picasso.
I didn't
Beethoven?
paint it.
Which one's is Beethoven the painter? Or is
Nope.
Beethoven's the dog?
But yes, there's a movie called Beethoven.
I'm not
Beethoven
wrong.
was also a composer.
Mm-hmm. A world famous
Dun, dun,
pianist,
dun,
wasn't
dun. Yes.
he?
He loved the pianists.
Mm-hmm. I'll say.
What's been happening?
I got a job.
You
I'm
got
not
a
gonna-
job.
I'm not going to
Well
be unemployed
done.
in a few weeks. Yay.
Good job.
Yay. I won't say where it is on the podcast, obviously, because I don't want really people to know. But, well, I have a job. I got it yesterday. I got a nice little phone call. So I won't be unemployed in a few weeks. But, you know, I guess it was fun while it lasted, having that unknown on the other side. But I finish up with my current job in 3 weeks.
Okay.
So, the end of May, I start. I have a little bit of a break because I was like, I want like a week to myself of just being like, you know, I just finished
Bumming
a very
around.
very intense job for a little bit of time. I will say, as much as I like, you know, I want to, you know, I wanted this. It wasn't like I wasn't fired or anything like that, or it was like I was forced into it. Like it was my decision. As much as, you know, when you want something, but it still comes a bit close, and you're like, oh, you know. For the most part, though, most of the people I work with, I like. There's obviously elements of this job that I don't like, but there's some elements of it that I love. So it's like, oh, I'm going to miss the people and stuff like that. But, you know, it just gets a little, what's the word? Bittersweet. Would that be the word?
Oh, yeah. You look back on with rose-colored glasses and
Yeah.
go, oh. There's a How I Met Your Mother episode about it where it's like, you hate something so much while you're in it, but then like you're about to leave it and you look back and it's like you get the nice music and everything's golden colored.
Yeah, it is a little bit like that at the moment. And they're like starting to ask me about, oh, what do you want to do for our little like farewell? And I'm like, oh shit. I don't know. When I left Woolworths, 2 years ago. It was like, here is a box of chocolates. Goodbye. Like, it wasn't even like they didn't, oh, you're leaving today? I better get you some chocolate. You know what I mean? Like, it was
From the
just like,
shelf.
absolutely. And I could nearly imagine that the manager of the store did not pay for those chocolates. She would have
No.
took them off the shelf and gave them to me. She didn't even care. So like and I worked at Woolies for nearly 10 years. So they didn't give a shit. But like here is a little bit different because it's a smaller group of people and you're a little bit more like just working together because there's less of you and there's everyone knows I worked in a vet clinic. It's not like the most chill job in the world. So it was, you had many days where you would just look at each other and be like, if you come near me, I'm going to fucking stab you in the throat. Because you're just so stressed. But there's lots of days where they were great. So yeah, asking me about that kind of stuff. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm like, I don't know. Just like a lunch or something. I don't know. They were like, oh, let's do something on a Friday night. I'm like, well, I watch football on a Friday night, so I'm not doing that. But so yeah, that's all exciting. But yeah, I got a job, so that's kind of fun. When was the last time you went for like a job interview? I'm assuming it would be a while ago.
Well, this is my 10th year at this company.
So it's been a hot minute.
And I didn't interview for this at all.
Gotcha. So how many job interviews have you probably done in your life?
Oh,
ballpark. Probably not many.
Well, not many at all, really.
No.
Macca's when I was a kid.
And when you're a kid, a job interview is very different from when you're an adult as a job interview. It's a very different, like, approach. You're obviously nervous, but it's a different nerves because it's just like, oh, I just want a job, a couple days a week because I want to make some money and spend it on bullshit, basically.
Then I got an apprenticeship where I didn't really have an interview. I just knew the guy through playing football together, and he's like, do you want an apprenticeship? I was like, cool, yeah. He's like, cool, start Monday. So there's no job interview there.
Yeah, right.
Then I went to uni for a bit, and then I had other jobs where I was just like, I knew people, and they're like, cool, come and start. And then with this job, I just finished another job. I got let go from another job, and I just was like, oh yeah, I can come. I had a forklift license, so they're like, oh, come and do that. And then I've just sort of made my way through and up.
Yeah.
Right. So I only reckon I've had like one job interview.
Yeah,
two,
right.
maybe.
Weirdly, because I did a few, obviously, over the last little bit of time, but even like when I was at Woolies and was going into that role, I took a few different job interviews. Weirdly enough, so some people get really, really nervous for job interviews. Job interviews don't really scare me. I don't know why. It's just like I kind of like crush job interviews. Like I'm pretty good at them because then I guess in a sense you're just like selling yourself. You know what I mean? It's not really, I don't know. You just go in and be like, well, this is how I am. So if you don't really like me at this stage, you won't like me as an employee, I guess. So I get more nervous for like the first day of a job than I do an actual job interview. I know some people are like, oh, job interviews are so scary, but yeah, that's never been my problem. I'll just go into a place and be like, hey, here's my resume. Want to chat?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know why. But yeah, but anyway, yeah, so that's cool. I'm not going to be unemployed. I'll have money, etc., etc. Yeah. It's a little bit different though, so I have a bit of a different schedule and stuff like that. But it's much better for me with studying and stuff like that. So yeah, I just wanted a job to pay my rent at the end of the day. Just wanted something less intense.
Yeah.
Basically.
I feel that. I feel that so much at the moment. I've only been back at work for 2 weeks. Well, a week and a half, really. And I'm already ready for another holiday. It's killing me at the moment.
Yeah, full-time work has never been, like, I understand it. People need to survive and they need to feed their families and whatever, but I just got me to worry about, you know what I mean? I don't got anyone else that's relying on me. So I just need to I can live, my standard of living can be a little bit less, I guess, than, someone with a family or something because it's just me that I have to worry about. So, like, yeah, well, money is great. Money isn't everything. Like, I just get what I need to get so I still have enough time for myself because I like to do other things and I don't know. I don't want to work every day. And some people thrive off that. I don't personally.
I don't want to, but I have to.
Yeah, some people have to. And yeah, like I said though, you've got dependents and stuff. You know what I mean? I don't. So I guess it's kind of one of the fortunate things about that side of stuff. Is just like, well, if I'm broke, I've only got me to worry about. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't got kids and a partner or anything like that. It's just me.
Mm. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know if I've been stressed at the moment. It's just been exhausting by the end of the day. I don't really get stressed. As you probably can tell about me, I'm pretty level all the time.
Yeah, I get stressed over the stupidest shit. So,
Nah.
and that was my problem though, is I was just so exhausted after such long days at work. I had many times where I had to message you, be like, I can't record tonight because I'm still at fucking work. I don't know when I'm going to get home. That was just the kind of, you'd go into a day and be like, I don't know what time I'm going to get home. And while, yeah, okay, you get paid for that entire time or whatever, that's fine. It's not like work weren't paying me. Sometimes there's a part of me that's like, I'm 9 till 5 and I know that I'll be home at 5 o'clock.
Yeah. For the most part, like I'm 8 till 5, but then there's sometimes that I have to do stuff outside of work for work, if you know what I mean. So like Thursday night, I've got to go straight from work to take a group of people to the footy because it's showdown Thursday night. So
yeah, I can't wait for Showdown next week. I mean, I can wait because it probably won't be pretty, but
yeah,
you know, it'll be a good time. I love Showdowns. There's nothing like a showdown.
I hate showdowns.
I fucking love them. I froth them. They're so, the vibe and the energy is just so like, I've been to both home games of a showdown too. I've been to a Port home game showdown. Those are frightening going in Crow's gear. But like I fucking love them.
Yeah, so I'll be tucked away in the nice bit of the stadium though. So
I'll be on the hill.
Yeah, I won't be. Yeah, so I mean, I think like they're like, oh, that's a cool little perk of work, which it is.
Sure.
But also, like, I'm basically working till 10 o'clock that night.
Yeah, I mean, by the time you actually get home too, it's not, you know, it's later than that. So by the time you get out of Adelaide Oval and whatever, so props to you. But I mean, still, it's still a perk. You get to go to the football for work.
Yeah, but I've got to make small talk and chat work with people.
I have a hotel next Thursday night, so I'm just going to get a little wild. I have to drive home, so it's a good time.
No. I'll be trying to be charming and entertaining, which is a stretch for me, I know.
Yeah, I'll say.
Should we have a question?
Yeah, probably.
Since we've just talked, hang on. I did have it all set up and then I forgot about it and then...
Here's a question for everybody. I don't think you'll know the answer to this, Ray. Maybe you will. But my eyelashes keep falling out. The last, week, every time I touch my eyes, my eyelashes just keep coming out. Am I, have I got something wrong with me? Is that meant to happen? I don't feel like that's meant to happen.
I don't know.
I don't know either. So that's a question for everybody. If whoever's listening to this... I
didn't even watch doctor shows.
Oh, neither do I. And I don't want to Google that kind of stuff because it might tell me, some things I don't necessarily want to know.
Exactly. Question 199. What's one thing that you've changed your mind about lately?
What have I changed my mind about lately? I don't really. What have I changed my mind about lately?
I don't.
Oh, actually, I put a TikTok about this. I guess what I've changed my mind about lately is kind of being okay with slowly falling out of the demographic of the that when you click, when you like answering a survey, right? And it's like, what
Yeah.
age range are you? Are you 18 to 24, 24 to 29, whatever? I'm slowly creeping up to that age range where it would just be like 30 plus of like no one cares. Like you're just in that lump. I guess I'm getting okay with like just getting a little older, and that's fine.
I had a moment where I found myself being like, oh gosh, I'm getting old. Because me and your bestie were watching Sunrise yesterday morning before work.
God.
And I just like to put the news on before work. Just
you're old. You are old.
Yeah, that's one thing I knew I was getting old. But then they were talking about something, like they were talking about a news story. And I found myself going,
Yep, you're an old man.
I'm like, yeah. Oh, gosh, that makes me sound old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I've changed my mind about, though. I'm pretty open to other people's views in the most part. I've got the ones that I'm strong on, but I don't think I'm ever going to change my mind on. But
yeah,
I don't think I'm not ever really like, if something gets put to me that makes more sense than what I already thought, I'm pretty quick to be like, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I have my things that I won't change my view on, and I'm like, no, this is non-negotiable. Other than that, I'm just like, cool. Let me hear it. Doesn't mean I'm always going to change my mind, but I'll listen. Unless it's just like fucking stupid, then I'll be like, all right, shut the fuck up. But yeah, I know. I'm pretty much the same. But I guess aging is mine. It's okay. It's fine. It happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You get to that bit where you have to scroll too far down when you're looking for dates of birth.
Yeah.
That's always, yeah.
Because one minute you are just like in that age demographic of just being like, I'm cool, I'm, up with everything, I'm whatever. I don't know. I guess that age is different for everybody, but like there just comes a point, there's no like warning. It just happens one day and you're just like okay with it. And you're like, I guess I'm not anymore. And you stop kind of trying too. You stop trying to be like, oh, I better dress this way or like whatever. Like it just happens.
I think like it's weird because I also feel like a kid still in some ways.
Sure.
Like I think that older people would look at me and be like, why do I have to worry about what that kid's saying? When you think about it, I'm like 34, divorced, dad. Like I'm not a kid trying to tell someone something, if you know what I mean. And then it's crazy to me to think that says like the young person in our office was born after September 11. Like no memory of that.
Yeah, right. I mean, I was
that's
young,
like
but
a whole lifetime. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, even when we say like, 20 years ago, my brain still goes, so in the 90s, and I'm like, hold on, 20 years ago is in the near mid 2000s.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like, oh, hold on, it's not quite like that anymore. I don't know. I guess it's just because we were like, when I was a kid, I was just like, 20 years ago is the 90s, and now it's just that's no longer the case. So I guess I don't know.
No.
It just happens one day, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I hate being able to say like, oh, it was like 15, 20 years ago, and like have an actual memory of that because I wasn't.
Yeah.
Baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
I hate. Yeah, but we all get older.
15 years ago, what's that? That's 2009?
Yeah.
Ooh, I was like starting high school.
I was 19.
Yeah, I was like 13.
It's crazy to think like in a week and a bit, I'll have a 5-year-old. Like my boy's about to turn 5, which is crazy because I like vividly remember bringing him home from the hospital.
Yeah.
So to have a 5-year-old that, big news in our house last weekend, he can wipe his own bum.
Oh, I can barely do that.
He had to ring and tell people as well.
Oh, I could imagine.
Because he
That's
doesn't
a
need to help
historic moment.
anymore.
That's a historic moment.
Mm.
Do you remember when you learnt to wipe your own ass? I actually don't, to be fair.
No,
but
me, I don't.
I'm sure it was at an age that was appropriate, but I have no idea.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's his birthday coming up.
Oh.
It's his birthday party this weekend.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
will be
right.
fun.
You're in party season.
Yep, party season.
So, speaking of having memories and whatever, and, you know, something we're a big fan of on this show, is, of course, Mama Nicole, my lovely mother.
We love Mama Nicole.
I think I'm going to actually start trying to introduce a weekly segment on this show called What Has My Mum Texted Me? Because
Oh, yeah.
my mum is an interesting text messenger. She doesn't really convey emotion very well through text, and she's very bad at spelling. She's just, whatever. My mum was born in like 1969, so like it's not like she grew up with a phone in her hand. I get it.
No.
Like whatever. So obviously, like I said before, got a job. Obviously, I had to tell my mother, because as soon as I told my mother that I was leaving my current job, every single day she's been texting me being like, how are you going to afford to live? Are you going to have to come live with me? What's going on? I'm so worried. And I'd just be like, Mum, shut up. Like, trust me, I'm fine. Anyway, so yesterday I texted my mum. I said, hey, Mum, got a job at blank, blank, blank. Just thought I'd let you know I start at the end of next month. Now, I know deep down that she's just like, hell yeah, like, that's great. Congratulations, all that. My mum wrote back, okay. No follow-up. She just wrote, okay. I have not heard from her since.
Well, she's just not worried anymore. That's what it is.
I guess she's just processing the news. I know that when I see her, she'll be like, hooray, like, so happy for you. Like, I was worried, whatever. Yeah, I just got an okay.
Do you know what my mum does? Instead of writing okay or K, she writes potassium. Because the chemical symbol for potassium is K.
I hate that. I really hate that. I really hate that. A lot.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's nothing like... Do you know what happened to me actually last weekend? Speaking of parent stories. So, my dad is heavily, heavily involved with his local RSL. Loves it. And, Anzac Day today.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Mad respect to all the service men and women. But I don't know why I said mad respect. That sounds disgusting coming from my mouth.
What I would just translate for what Ray meant to say is like, we want to thank all the service men and women that have fought and continue to fight for this country.
Correct. That's exactly what I meant, but I don't know why it came out like that.
And he threw the shuckers up and said, mad respect, dog.
Yeah. Anyway, so, you know me, I'm very relaxed about some things that I do. And like, one of the jobs that's been in my too hard pile for a long time is changing my license address. Still get sent to my dad's house. And I do all my stuff online, so I don't need the paper. But to change your address, you need the payment number, but I don't have the paper. Anyway, he sends me a message on Saturday saying, I've got a whole bunch of mail here for you. I was like, okay, me and Rory will swing past tomorrow and grab it from you. He goes, well, with Anzac Day coming up, we're going to be at the RSL all day, so just swing past there, I'll put it in the car. No worries. So I talked Rory into going because he's like, I don't want to go there. I'm like, you don't know what the RSL is first, but I don't blame you because, as much as I think Anzac Days and RSLs are important,
oh, it's a snooze fest.
Yeah, and it's a bar, a dive bar, basically.
Oh, no.
So we got there and they're having a meeting So we have to sit in the corner and be silent while they're having their meeting. Fine, no worries. They finish their meeting, go see Dad. He goes, I left your mail at home.
Fantastic.
I was like, ugh. He goes, wait here, I'll duck home and get it. So now I'm trying to entertain Rory at an RSL.
Oh my God. I just would have went and got it myself.
So it wasn't too bad. We just walked around looking at like all the old army memorabilia and the whatever that they had around there. So it wasn't too bad. But I was like, gosh, you said, come here, I'll have it in the car. You didn't have it in the car. So what the fuck? So anyway, yes. Yeah, that's... Anzac Day is one of my favourite public holidays, though. I love the pageantry around it.
Yeah, sure. Honestly, like, most Anzac days that I can remember in, like, my, adult life, I had to work because I worked in retail for so long. It's only been the last couple of years where I've, like, actually been able to, like, have the day off and go to a dawn service or whatever, which I tried to do this morning, but set my alarm for 6 p.m. instead of 6 a.m. So that's nice. Well, a bit earlier, but
I think that the football codes do it very well. They pay their respects to it very well. Last night with the horse around the MCG.
Last night, Wednesday night, Wednesday night, I guess we'll say, because this is Friday. There's something about, I mean, the Anzac Day game for the AFL is always like, so just, for lack of a better term, just special, because it's, it's on Anzac Day. But the Anzac Day Eve stuff, there is something really like, just majestic about it being dark, and like everyone is silent, and it's just the horses going around, and then of course like the last post and whatever, and the national anthems of New Zealand and Australia and all that good stuff. But like, just seeing something that's usually so bright and colorful and just crazy, blah, in the MCG, it is kind of nice just to see it like still, and you're like, even like in your house that translates through. Like, it's just like, oh, you're not used, because when you watch television, you're used to something that's just constantly silence is like the death, basically, of television. You don't want silence, but like, there's just something about that. And I know some people are like, oh, you're sitting in your house, like, who cares? But I always make sure that I just do nothing when that's on. Yeah. Like, it's just, I just sit there and watch. I don't go on my phone. I don't talk. Like, so yeah, and, the Anzac Day game, I'm pretty much the same. It's probably not the only time, but I mean, I guess the only like scheduled time every year that I'm just like with it and just silent and whatever. I'm sure there's other times as well when there's been tragedies or whatever, but I'm just talking about like, that's the calendar day where I just know that I'm going to shut the hell up.
Yeah. There's another interview. I tried to join the Defence Force when I was younger.
Oh. How'd that go for you?
Well, not well. I'm not in the Defence Force, am I?
No. Well, you're actually doing this podcast from the fucking military submarine, so,
Not at all. But yes, I did try to join the military when I was younger. They told me to take a year and, in nicer words, basically grow up a little bit.
Yeah, probably.
Which, a lot of the time I think back and go, geez, my life would be different if I did do it. I have lots of friends that served in the Defence Force, and they loved their time in there, and they, I just don't think that the military in Australia gets the recognition it deserves. Because you see, like, well, even if you take professional wrestling for example, over in the States, like in the US, they are absolutely mad for their military. Not just on one day, but like anyone that served is held in such high regard over there. And on Anzac Day, yes, it's the same here, but I don't think that we've got the same like outward love for them. I think all of us respect what they do, but it's not celebrated enough, I don't think.
I just feel like this
Publicly.
country is good at respecting everything, being proud of it, but also not having to bang on about it.
Yeah,
I think there's a
maybe.
respectfulness in shutting the hell up.
Okay.
We don't have to
It's fair.
remind everyone every 5 minutes that we're the greatest country in the world.
No, I'm not saying that we're the greatest country in the
No,
world.
but I mean, like that's just the American way, in a sense. It's just like they're the best at everything, but they have to tell everyone they're the best. I feel like there's something. The best things don't have to tell you that they're best, or just that they are proud of something. We just know. We just know as a nation. I feel like we're good at unifying in that sense of just like, even for something as simple as just staying silent. Like, we just do as we're told because that's respectful.
Yeah. I guess there is a respect in it. But, yeah, I guess that it's just not, I guess it's not talked about much either.
I think it's, I don't know. I think it is. I don't know why I'm going so high, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it is. I think it's talked about a respectable amount. For some people, even just talking about that kind of stuff is very confronting. So I feel like it's a respectful amount. We do our bit when we need to on Anzac Day, Remembrance Day. There's other times in the year that we do. But I think it's just an underlying understanding of just like what they go through is for people like you and me just to be able to live freely. So I don't know. I just feel like it's a respectable amount of admiration, while always knowing that it's there.
Okay, fair enough.
That's just how I feel about it. Maybe. Maybe I'm the idiot. I don't know.
I don't know what else. There's not been a lot happening at the moment. It's been a very, as we said last week, it's just that grind part of the year.
Yeah, there's not really a lot coming up. What am I doing other than my life has just been like, I'm waiting to finish my job, so there's not really much else going on. I'm trying to think of anything else that has been happening, but I honestly can't really think of too much.
No. What's your favourite sandwich?
If I'm just like, am I toasting it or is it?
No. It's just a fresh sandwich. And so, context, it's Rory's birthday party on Sunday. The place we're doing the birthday party at, they do all the activities, but we've got to provide food. So,
for kids then, fairy bread, man.
You can't just do fairy bread.
Why not?
So I'm going to do because it's lunchtime.
Oh, well, in that case, I mean, I know it's a bit boring, but I like deli meat, but like, I would just go like, I like turkey if I'm doing like a sandwich, like a fresh sandwich, like turkey breast, like deli meat.
I was going to do ham and cheese and Fritz and sauce.
Well, I mean, but yeah, so it's for kids, so I would do ham and cheese. But ham and cheese is so much nicer when it's toasty.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to stand there toasting everything.
Put on the barbecue.
There's no barbecue.
Where are you going?
It's at a gymnastics centre.
Take one with you.
Do you really toast sandwiches on the barbecue? Because that's psychotic.
You can. You absolutely can. Barbecue is just like a grill. Well, it is a grill, in a sense.
Without the top. You need the
because
two layers of heat.
You can flip it. I sometimes cook a toasted sandwich in the frying pan.
I think I've done that before.
You just flip it.
Yeah, I think I've done that before.
I have a sandwich press, like a chum. But if
Did you call it a chum?
Chum, because you're putting the lid down. Chum. But yeah, you can absolutely cook it on the barbecue. It actually goes really nice.
I hate everything about that.
Don't knock it till you try it.
I probably won't.
Okay. But ham and cheese toasted sandwiches are elite.
Yeah.
Or Vegemite and cheese. Yum. But that's only if it's toasted as well. I don't know if I necessarily love sandwiches that aren't toasted. Unless I'm having like a chicken and salad or something like that, I guess.
Chicken and salad, but it has to be really fresh bread if it's not toasted.
Yeah, and it has to... I usually eat grain bread, but it has to be white bread if you're going to do like a chicken and salad sandwich.
Yeah, correct. I agree.
Like white bread. You know what is really good on bread? I don't know if this is necessarily it is a sandwich. Hot chip sandwich. Yum. With lots of butter.
What do they call that? A chip caddy or something? Chip buddy
I call it a hot chip sandwich, but
yeah.
Is that a South Australian thing?
I don't know. I'm sure everyone's put chips in bread. It's probably an English thing.
No, I mean like calling it a chip caddy or whatever the fuck you just called it.
I don't know what I've heard people call it that, but I don't really know. I would call it a chip sandwich.
Hot chips on bread, like there's a difference between like I wouldn't make chips myself at home and put them on bread. Like they have to be from a fish and chip shop.
Correct.
Like you get the paper, lots of chicken salt, and then you put it on bread with like an unrealistic amount of butter. Like you want so much butter that like you can feel it in you. That's what I want. Yeah. Because you want it to like drip, you know, when you hold it and it just goes. Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Yum. Yum. I want some hot chips on bread.
Yeah, that sounds good actually.
We're recording this like mid-morning, so like I guess by the time we're like done up here and I do a little bit of editing, it'll be lunchtime.
Yeah. We just went to Mackie D's for breakfast.
Yum. McDonald's breakfast is... I don't care what anyone says. I understand McDonald's is what it is. But also, it's not like I'm eating McDonald's every day. I know what I'm getting myself into when I want McDonald's. I know that it's going to be a little bit trash, but I'm okay with it. But McDonald's breakfast is just like, wow. Top tier food. Whether you can get hot cakes, or you can get a muffin, or you can get, like, even just hash browns alone are just good there. I put the hash brown in the McMuffin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so you get like an extra. That's like you get like an extra hash brown, so you can just eat it, and then you get another hash brown, and you put it in your. I get a sausage McMuffin personally, but
yeah, that's size up footy. That is. We were actually literally having this conversation a little bit ago while we were eating.
Yum yum yum
our
yum.
Macca's breakfast, but because you know where we live, there's like a bit of a drive to any sort of takeaway, like drive-through takeaway.
Sure, yeah.
Not a massive drive, but like just an annoying enough of a drive that like the food starts to go a little cold by the time you get home.
That's how I feel about where I live. Like it's not that far, but also by the time I get home, like it's not cold, but it's not like I want McDonald's to be like I want if I get fries from McDonald's, I want to like burn my tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. So we were talking about like if we were to open up a franchise down like around here, because we've also got like a lot of industrial spaces down on the ship wharves and stuff like that around here, like the Navy subs and stuff.
Your place of work, of course.
No, my place of home.
Your place of work, Navy, because you were in the military. Remember, call back to a little bit earlier.
Tried to be.
Exactly.
Tried to be. Yeah.
You got there. You got there eventually.
We're like, the only real answer to which franchise you'd start is McDonald's.
Well, I guess.
Because you want to, like, if you're going to put it out there for all the industrial estates, you want them to drive past and go, actually, I'll stop in and grab some breakfast on my way to work. And you want to get them at lunchtime. And then at nighttime, you'll get all the, like, there's a lot of residential places, so you'll get people around here as well. But you can't really go KFC because they don't do breakfast. You won't get that.
No, you don't get breakfast from KFC. And Hungry Jack's breakfast
I
is
don't
not
mind their breakfast wraps, but their coffee is dog shit.
Oh, their coffee is fucking awful. At least when you go to McDonald's, like their coffee is... It's not... Listen, there's much better coffee out there, but it's like passable. Especially if you know you're getting McDonald's for breakfast, you already know you're going to feel a little bit shitty after you eat it anyway. So like, at least the coffee is just like, okay, this is fine. But I usually, if I go to McDonald's, I usually don't get hot coffee. I will get like an iced latte or a frappe.
See, I just get hot coffee.
I love a frappe.
Coffee kind of gal. Yeah, I'm not a big frappe fan.
Wow, I like a frappe.
So, you know, apples to oranges, as they say. But yes, I do believe that Macca's is the only real franchise, like correct answer for a franchise that you'd open. Like, because you could go with like a GYG, They're all the rage right now.
What's GYG?
Guzmani Gomez.
Don't know
Mexican.
what that is.
Really good. It's amazing. It's so good.
I don't know
like
what it is.
literally the closest one to us is like, I want to say 25-minute drive.
Okay.
And we'll go there. We'll go there.
But yeah.
And eat it on the way back because it's that good.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it. What's probably your most like underrated like fave like franchisee takeaway spot? You know, because there's some that kind of fly under the radar that are actually really delicious, like a Porto. I fucking love a Porto.
See, I'm not the biggest fan of a Porto.
I love a Porto.
I love Guzmani Gomez. So good. It's probably my favorite. Like, not big three.
Yeah. There's like the big ones, like, you know, McDonald's, Hungry Jack's, KFC, whatever.
Yeah, they're the big three. We leave them out.
Yeah. I'm talking just like kind of like you don't see them everywhere, but they're still kind of in a lot of places.
Do you know which one I really enjoyed? I haven't had it for ages because the nearest one, there's only like 2 in Adelaide left, and they're not close to me at all. But I used to really like Red Rooster.
Thank you. I was hoping you were going to say Red Rooster. So I used to go
Hot
to
chicken rolls.
Oh my god, their
Stop
gravy
it.
was delicious.
Yeah.
There used to be when you would. I used to go to Melbourne like pretty much once a year. When you used to come into the city and you would get off the train from the airport or even like the Sky Bus or whatever I should say. As you would walk into Southern Cross Station, there used to be, it's not there anymore, but there used to be like a Red Rooster, like, boom, right as you walk out of Southern Cross Station. And it used to be something I always got because even when Red Rooster started to phase out ages and ages ago, there's just not many around. But I used to go out south every school holidays when I was a kid. That's where my nana lived. And there was always a bunch of Red Roosters out south. I remember them one being in like near Noarlunga. There was a few around, but we used to always just go, nom. There used to be one at Harbour Town too, I believe.
Yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore, but like
the only
used to
ones
be.
that are left are at like Castle Plaza at Edwardstown on South Road and Arndale.
Oh yeah, but that's like I'm some people really can't stand it, but I thought it was delicious. I was like, yeah, their burgers were good
hot
too.
chicken roll.
They had good burgers. They had good chips there too. Their salt was like perfect. It was Red Rooster I really froth. I wish there was more around. Really do. I'd get that more often.
You know, when I was in America, when I was traveling my younger times, I really wanted to try Taco Bell just because it sounded disgusting and I was just eating my way around America. But like disgusting in a good way.
Yeah.
And
like
every time it's
KFC. KFC's gross, but it's delicious.
Yeah. It was like every time it was mealtime, we're like, let's find a Taco Bell. Can't find one. Oh well, we'll just go in here for lunch. Walk out of there, turn around the corner, Taco Bell. Fuck. So I didn't get to have it, but that's fine. There's supposed to be one coming to Adelaide.
Yeah, I heard that.
I heard that. I think.
Yeah. I never fucking go to Harbour Town, man. I never go to Harbour Town.
Me either.
I can't remember the last time I went to Harbour Town. It's just not on my list of the places to go in Adelaide. Is there really anything at Harbour Town that's like that?
Yeah, there's like Nike and Adidas stores that have pretty good shoe deals.
Outlet shopping, I get that, but like, can you not just go online?
Nah, yeah, probably, but
especially for where I live, like it's just so much easier for me.
I just like the instant gratification of my bad choices.
Oh no, there is something. Trust me, I get it. Like for a long time, I didn't understand. I'm like, just go online, get it. But there is something about being in a store and like buying it, having it in your hands right there, then and there. But like, I don't know. I'm not going out to Harbour Town just for a look
Shits
around.
and gigs, yeah.
Yeah, like it's just not my. I don't know. There's something about it that I don't care for. But who knows? I haven't been there in a long time, so maybe I'd love it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's in a weird spot in Adelaide too. It's a bit of a hike for me.
Yeah, airport way. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a little bit, just that way. I don't really necessarily need to go
No.
just out that area of Adelaide. There's lots of areas of Adelaide that. Where have I not been? I've kind of seen a lot of Adelaide. Not everywhere. I really haven't discovered too much of the hills.
Do you know what one of my favorite?
But I mean, whatever.
You know what one of my favorite places in Adelaide is? Woodside, up in the foothills.
Yeah, I've never been out that way.
That's really nice up there.
When I think about it, actually, I've done more of like this side of Adelaide, and I guess out south, but like this side of the city, meaning like northern suburbs, your area, that all kind of I know fairly well, and the south I kind of know, but haven't been out there in a while. But I guess like that side of the city, I haven't really explored that much.
No,
because I just don't. Not in a horrible way, but I just don't need to.
No, that's right.
Like, why? Why would I go out that way unless there's a specific reason? So, I guess there is little bits of Adelaide though where I really think about it that I'm like, oh, actually, I haven't been out that way. But like, I don't know. I go where I need to go.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Adelaide is what it is. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fucking better than Perth, I can tell you that. Jesus Christ. Fuck you, Perth.
All right. Well, I don't know about you. I reckon we hit this on the way out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Apples to Oranges podcast on wherever you get your podcast. Follow us. Hit 5-star review. Leave a comment if you like us. Tell your friends. A2O podcast on all your social media platforms. Go follow us and share our content. Josh Robinson00 for the YouTube version and all of Josh's YouTube rhetoric. He is also Josh Robinson00 on all your social medias, so go follow him there. Also, have a great weekend.
That went weird.
Yeah.
I knew from the start, the first word coming out of your mouth, I'm like, oh, this isn't a he's hitting it today.
No.
He's just getting this out there and just getting to the finish line. Sometimes that's all you need to do though, isn't it? You just got to get to the end. It's not really about like how you do it, just get there.
Correct.
You'll get there, etc., etc. So have a good weekend, everyone.
Have a good weekend.
Enjoy your Friday.
Yeah, and if you're listening to it on Monday, have a good weekend next weekend. I don't care.
And if you're listening to this on Tuesday, I hope you have a shit day.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Targan.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.